Whoa, look what's arrived at my place. Boxes of stuff. Let's see what it is. Maize distribution. Whoa. Marty's garden is all about compost worms, composting, farming worms indoors and out, and growing some of the most awesome food around. You can learn how by clicking the subscribe button and hitting the bell so you don't miss any of my videos.
Welcome to the Marty's Garden Show.
G'day my friends, Marty Ware here from martysgarden.com.au. Have I got an exciting video for you guys today? Because the first time in Marty's Garden history has anyone sent me a worm farm to review. Super stoked, it's right down here on the table, so we're going to get straight into this vlog and show you what's inside. I haven't even opened them yet.
There's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on the sleepless night.
So my first impression of this worm farm is just, wow, this is one stylish looking farm. It almost looks like a little VW with the curves and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and give you a quick look. Wow, just look at the curves on it, and also I really like that green colour, but I'm not sure what other colours that it comes in. So just to let you know, I'm not sponsored by Maize, by this company, not paid any money at all. Basically, what we did, we had a conversation because they sent me a piece for my tumbler. They saw a video of mine where I was actually farming worms inside my compost tumbler, and they sent me a piece that I had broken myself personally. Just out of their goodwill, I hadn't even asked for it. It just turned up on my doorstep one day, and I was like, man, these guys are awesome. So I got in touch with them and been speaking with them on the phone and via email. And come to this, where we decided we would start this relationship, and I would actually review some of their worm farms, put them through some trials and tribulations, and see how they go. So this is very, very early days yet. Basically, I haven't opened them up. I'm not faking any of this. I haven't even used any of them. I've never seen anything inside. I'm doing this and showing you my personal experience as I go along, and that's what I'm going to do every step of the way with these worm farms. I'm sure I'm going to find some good things, some bad things, but what I really like so far is the style of it. It looks absolutely beautiful, and there were some really cool things inside that you don't normally get with other worm farms, and the design is a little bit different too. Really, really happy so far with what I've seen. So anyway, let's get more into this vlog, and I'm going to get these things going. I've got to put stands up and do all this other stuff, and I'll show you along the way my experience as I go. Let's go. It's pretty cool. This all looks nice and neat, doesn't it? Yeah, check it all out. All looks very easy to follow. I reckon I'm not going to have any problem with this whatsoever. Very cool. What's on the other side? Ah, Worm tea and castings, the final result. Love it. So what we're looking at here is the kit. So that's the full caboodle. It's got everything in there, from the worms, the blanket, a little bit of bedding, bit of cocoa peat, and you can pretty much just throw it together and get on your way. It's got a couple of different sets of legs and things, and you can buy all this stuff, all optional as well. And if you just want the worm farm on its own with nothing else, you can do that too. And Bunnings is the place to do that. Now, this worm farm, as you can see here, it's still going through its paces. Now this one, you may not have noticed, I've got a different coloured shirt on today. Very similar to the other one. Did you notice? Not sure if you did. Let me know in the comments box down below if you did see that. Alright, so this one here, that you can see here, has been set up about 5 days ago. And I've only opened it once after the 1 day. I haven't fed it. There was a lot of food that was already in the bedding that come with the worms. And I mixed the cocoa peat in there, put the blanket over, sort of get a bit of a spray with a spray gun. What I want to do is I want to dive in and show you in a minute inside the worm farm. But let me pull a few things out here. We can get in a bit closer. So that's the lid. And we've got our instructions. Comes with the blanket, hessian. I really like this heavy hessian. It's better than the other stuff. The fine stuff I find doesn't grade so well. You've got your bag of worms, 1,000 worms. Then you've got a plastic legs and you've got wooden legs. Now I think they're optional. They come from a different. I don't think they come in the set, so you need to check on the box here. And then you've got your catch tray down below. Sorry, I'm doing everything filming one-handed here, and you've got a little tap, and also we'll get this out here. In the bottom of the worm farm there's a hole, and you can join these all up together to collect in one space. Now it's a 2-tiered worm farm, so you get 2 shelves, and you can start it off with the 2 shelves or with just one. I recommend just starting it off with the 1 shelf. Now what I reckon we do is this one here. Let's have a look inside and see how it's going. And I'm going to think about what I'm going to feed them then, because I've got some exciting stuff coming up for you guys regarding these worm farms. Some good fun trials and tribulations, and I want to get you involved into the, well, it's not so much a game, into the trials and tribulations. What do you say us worm nerds like? It's not really trials and tribulations, because that's not the right word. It's like experiments, and see how well these worm farms work. And they're going to go into the garage on racks. So, alright, I'm going to turn off the camera, flip it around, and head straight over and show you inside what's going on. As I said, I haven't opened it for about 5 days. So here she is, and it's time to open it up. Do you like how everything's colour-coded? Looks very nice, doesn't it? I'm very happy with my presentation here. And I think you guys would like it too. Do you like the green colour? Let me know if you like that green colour. So we've got the blanket on top. And, oh look, they've already started moving around inside the worm farm, because you can see that they've bought this sort of pelletized up this cocoa peat and carried it with them as they're travelling around. And, whoops, the lid just fell down the back. I'll have to get that later. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig in here a bit. Actually, I've got this guy and I always forget to use it. And what I want to do is just dig around and see what's in here. Now these worms are fairly mature that came. And I haven't got any special feeding zone at the moment. So they're all going to be sort of spread out really. And the worms, when you buy the kit and you get the worms with the kit, it's pretty cool, because then you can just throw that whole mix in. You don't have to get any more compost, and you can just mix the cocoa peat through it like I did. And let's get one of these worms out and have a look at them, because I'd say they're all about that age. And you can see there hasn't got the bulb on them. They call them the clitellum, I believe. If I got that pronunciation right. And which means they're not ready to actively mate yet. Let's see if we can find any here that are a bit more mature. Because that's, that means a lot. Because I would say that one's pretty close. Yep, he's got one there. There's a bulb on the side there. Beautiful. So that can start laying eggs. And we just need to congregate them together. And so we'll just dig in here a bit more. See what's going on. I can feel that cocoa peat in there. It still feels very fresh. But overall, when you look at the worms, so we'll just get another worm and bring him out here. When you look at the worm, can't get the sort of dirt off him. He's got a nice focus there. So we can get a cleaner one. A cleaner worm. That's a funny thing to say, isn't it? It's nearly impossible. One with less dirt on him, maybe. Less cocoa peat on him. Look, he's fairly active. Like, he's not like too still from being too cold or too dry. It's a nice moisture in here. I can sort of grab it and squeeze like one drop out, which is, that's perfect. So I don't have to worry about bringing any more water in. And this mat here, they're obviously loving coming up underneath the hessian cloth. And what I can do is just keep that moist with that. Now, I'm going to keep this guy here in the studio so we can have a look at it from time to time. And what I'd like to ask you is, what should we feed this one first? Now, I don't want to overfeed. We just want to start off slowly. What should we feed it first to get it going? I really want to know what you guys think, because I've got to go and set up another quite a lot in the garage where we're going to head into shortly, and I'm going to show you my setup. Actually, probably we won't get into it today in this video. It's going to get too long, so we'll move into the next vlog and we will be doing it inside there. Right, so before you go, make sure you subscribe to the Marty's Garden channel. Plenty of cool stuff coming up. Lots about worm farming coming up, which I know you guys are going to be really stoked about. But before we head off, I'm going to take you to the garage and show you what's going on in there, because that's where the new setup's going to be. It's pretty amazing. A whole lot of maze racks. And anyway, before I get too excited, let's go. All right, let's flip over the screen. We'll head off. I've got to turn off the studio light. You'll see some light going. Mind my mess. Got to clean up the kitchen. Been making some nice tucker there. And it's probably going to go dark in here, maybe. I'm using my new little Sony camera, and it's got a pretty big sensor. So we'll turn on the light and see how we go. Boom. Oh, yeah. Look at that. You can see my surfboard. Another surfboard over here. I love this one. This one's like, it is so beautiful. Look at the colours of it. It's a timber laminated board. And I like to buy boards that are sort of like working on sustainability now. And so these are epoxy. And then we got boxes from the worm farms that have been opened. The garage here. So what we're going to do is we'll open this garage door and let some more light in. And I want to work on how the sound's going to be as well. Because, whoa, see that? There's outside. The old trusty ute, the silver fox. We love the silver fox. And it's still smoky out. You can see that grey sky, man. Still smoke, sort of, yeah, a bit of smell in the air, but it's not too bad. You can open up the house now. So here's the stands that the worm farms are going to be going on. And they're going to go in this area here, along the wall. We've got quite a few more to open up yet to run all our trials and different things. So thank you again, Maze, for sending these through. It's very exciting, and I'm extremely grateful to have them. And who knows, maybe we can get Mace to run a competition at some stage, but I can't guarantee that. Still early days, guys, for that. So, you can see, look, there's there. Oh, look, it's exciting stuff. And I'm just going to flip over the camera, and we'll get the light right. Oh, that was loud, wasn't it? Just went boom. So it'd be interesting to hear what the sound's like in here, and how the setup comes up. I've got, as you can see, I've got just mess everywhere. Well, it's sort of like an organised mess, as you know. Us guys in the garage, probably a bit more organised than me. But, hey, this is where it's going to be. Great times ahead. Plenty of worm farming coming up. Like I said, please subscribe before you go. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you, my old subscribers and new subscribers. If you want to learn more about worm farming right now, head over to martysgarden.com.au, do the free video crash course there. If you want to take it further, you can go inside and do Starting a Worm Farm, a Beginner's Guide. Oh, I'm starting to run out of breath here. Haven't done this vlogging for a while. Yeah. See you later. Bye for now.